Tonight, after a month-long investigation, the U.S. military says miscommunications between American and Pakistani forces led to NATO airstrikes that killed 24 Pakistani soldiers along the Afghan border. But the U.S. is not apologizing for the strikes, and the complicated relationship between the two countries is now more strained than ever, and that's saying a lot. We get details tonight from our Pentagon correspondent, Jim Miklaszewski.
The U.S. combat forces were on a night mission in a mountainous region along the Pakistani border when they came under fierce attack. The Americans and Afghan soldiers came under heavy machine gun fire from a ridgeline inside Pakistan. U.S. warplanes fired off a barrage of flares, lighting up the valley and making it clear those were Americans on the ground. But the attack raged on. Assured there were no Pakistani forces nearby, an AC-130 and Apache helicopters pounded the attackers with rockets and cannon fire, killing 24 Pakistani soldiers. But how could this happen? A U.S. military investigation found miscommunications and a lack of coordination between U.S. and Pakistani forces, and American commanders' maps were 9 miles off target. More disturbing, the U.S. military gave the Pakistanis imprecise information during that operation because the Americans simply don't trust them. And that distrust and suspicion is mutual.
They lose sight of the fact that they have very shared common interests in the region, and that's the target that they forget, and they end up shooting at each other.
Distrust that threatens the U.S. war effort in Afghanistan.
We cannot operate effectively on the border or in other parts of our relationship without addressing the fundamental trust still lacking between us.
Not surprisingly, the Pakistanis reject the U.S. findings, and regaining that trust seems more distant than ever. Jim Miklaszewski, NBC News, the Pentagon.